Boy, I want to tell you about the family New Year's resolution. It's Granny's idea, and it's a dandy. Commencing right now, we are going to be friendly to Ms. Drysdale. No matter what she does to provoke us or how poor she treats us, we are going to be sweet as sugar, and that goes for every single one of us. What do you think, boy? Reckon you can keep that resolution? Jethro?
Well, hi, Jit. Did you say something?
Yeah, I did. I was telling you about this New Year's resolution.
That's right, Miss Drysdale. I'll nail her hide to a tree.
Well, what is the resolution?
Never mind, I get the feeling it's done been busted.
I've seen some spiteful neighbors in my time, but that spiteful woman is the most spitefulest. Just to spite us, she built a spite fence. How's that for spitefulness? The hedge wasn't enough. She put up a canvas behind it. I can't see over it and I can't see under it.
What is it you want to see?
Whatever it is that she don't want me to see, that's what.
Chief, who were those strange little creatures?
What strange little creatures?
Oh, 3 tiny green men just walked out of your office.
What were you drinking last night?
Oh, I had my usual nightcap of celery and spinach juice. Now, Chief, I did see 3 tiny green men.
Okay, I saw them too.
Oh, thank heaven. Who were they?
Martians?
Oh, well, they certainly gave... Martians?
I am in their power. My instructions are to...
No, Chief, stop that. What's gotten into you?
The advertising scheme of the century. Those little green men are going to make this bank the most famous financial institution in the world, and all within the space of 5 minutes.
What?
It's New Year's Day. At the Rose Bowl, 100,000 people watching. Millions more on television. Suddenly, a flying saucer appears.
A flying saucer?
It hovers over the bowl. Every eye is turned skyward, and every camera turned upon it. Suddenly, a voice booms out. Take us to your leader, your financial leader, the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills.
What were you drinking last night?
Coffee. I spent the night in conference with the Flying Montaneros.
The Flying Montaneros?
Yes, they're those little green men. They're Italian midgets. They do a balloon act, so I had the balloon modified to look like a flying saucer.
Where are you going?
To take my little Martians to their spacecraft.
Oh, where is it?
Even they don't know where it is. It's in a spot no one suspects. Hidden behind a hedge and 10 feet of canvas. And no one's going to see it until it arrives at the Rose Bowl.
Granny, what in the Sam Hill are you doing?
Oh, just out for a little walk.
Still?
Well, I might just come on a tree full of ripe fruit.
All right, have yourself a good look. Well, watch out for Jethro. He's going to come barreling around the side of the house any minute now in the truck. Jethro, look out for your Granny. Granny, watch out.
What with slippery roofs and crazy drivers, a body ain't safe around this house.
Jet, is she all right?
So far. But if that muley little woman don't find out what's on the other side of that spite fence pretty quick,
Well, how about I go look and tell her?
might save us all a heap of misery.
I'll be right back. Okay, we're there.
Louis, abbiamo questo stupidato. Mamma mia, dove sta, Miguel?
Never mind. This is where you hide out till launch time. Now, there's nobody home. The house is yours. But don't answer the phone. Don't answer the door.
Quando pigliamo i soldi?
Sorry, I don't understand Italian.
He's landed.
Come on, answer the door. What kind of good neighbor are ya? Hey, spiteful old biddy. I didn't see no little green man.
You look like you seen a ghost.
I ain't seen nothing.
You down that much white mule, you're gonna.
Ted, could we sit down and talk a little?
Sure. Come on. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, nothing in particular. It's just that we ain't chewed the fat for a while.
Well, that's the truth.
Jed, have you noticed that folks is getting shorter and greener?
Granny.
Yeah.
Shorter and greener?
Uh-huh.
No. I can't say that I've noticed that. Why'd you ask?
Oh, there's no reason. Just that if you had, it sure would give us something to talk about.
This is Jethro Bodine calling space people by mental telepath. I know you're probably looking for a big Earth brain to take back to Venus or Mars or wherever. Well, here I sit. I come over to your spaceship, but I couldn't get my basket of victuals through the head. Space people, I ain't getting no message back from you. Let me know if I'm coming through. I feel something. You're coming through. Oh, you're really coming through to me now. That message is bored right into my brain. What are you trying to tell me?
You're a nut.
No, I ain't, space people. I'm one of the biggest brains here on Earth.
Jethro, it's me, Ellie.
Shh. Doggone. You done scared them off. Now they stop transmitting.
Yes. What are you talking about?
The Martians is next door.
Oh, they friends with the Drysdale?
Dumb old girl. Martians is from outer space. They landed their flying saucer in the Drysdale's backyard.
Well, what for?
To try and contact me. They always try to locate the Earthman with the biggest brain. Martians is hundreds of times smarter than ordinary folks.
Well, if they's here to contact you, and so all for it smart, how come they landed in the wrong yard?
Keep it up. They's gonna turn you into a robot.
How come?
'Cause they know what you're thinking.
Then they ain't gonna contact you, 'cause I think you're a pea brain.
George Washington?
Okay, that's a good expression. Hold it right there. Sure hope I don't get into trouble with the government.
Relax. If there's any problem, Miss Hathaway will take the blame.
Chief, what kind of madness is this?
The kind of madness that's going to make me king of the bankers. Oh, have those printed up in exact dollar bill size. Oh, in lovely mint green. Oh, a great advertising scheme. My little Martians are going to toss thousands of Drysdale dollars from their flying saucer. And it'll be...
You can't duplicate money. That's counterfeiting. Oh, but please listen to me. This idea is getting completely out of hand. And now stop and think. You're taking terrible chances.
Yeah, I guess maybe I am leaving myself wide open for trouble.
Oh, believe me, you are.
Okay, take a memo.
Ready.
I, Jane Hathaway, hereby confess.
See? Yonder's the saucer.
Look, a coming.
Credetto che volare?
They must be Martians.
Così cosa?
What are they saying?
I don't know. They's talking Martian.
Ehi! Questa casa non te non si può! Oh, sto bancare sorry.
I'm gonna go tell Poindexter. That fool Jethro was fixing to tote off every scrap of food in the house. There must be a ton of victuals in here.
Yeah, that lasted the boy pretty near half a day.
Where do you think he was fixing to go?
Pa, Granny. Guess what's going on over to the Drysdales?
I don't want to hear.
But there's a flying saucer over there. And some little green men about this high.
You seen them too?
Yes'm, Granny.
With green faces and wires sticking out of their heads?
Yes'm, Granny. They's from Mars.
I knowed they was out-of-staters.
Hold on. You seen little green men with wires sticking out of their heads?
That's right, Uncle Jed. I figured they'd come to take me back to Mars with them.
They ain't taking you nowhere, the little goomers, scaring the wits out of folks. Now you take and put this stuff back in the icebox.
But, Granny, I'm gonna need that for lunch. Mars is a fur piece off, and I can't count on them for victuals. From the looks of them, all they eat is greens.
And not a whole lot of this.
Now, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. All three of you have seen these little green men over to the Drysdales.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon maybe that explains why Miss Drysdale put up that high fence.
What you mean?
Well, we all know what great store that woman sets by appearances. Well, here she's got out-of-town company, and she's ashamed of them.
Serves her right. She complained about the way we look.
All the more reason to treat them friendly, so let's invite them over for victuals.
All right.
Right?
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You dumb old country people are talking like Martians is just plain folks. They's from another planet, clean out in space, hundreds of miles away. They smarter than human beings, even smarter than me.
And your brain never got in the way of eating, so go out and invite them for victuals.
Can't you understand that? I'll show you how smart they are. I'll talk to them by mental telepathy. Jethro Bodine calling spacemen. Come in, spacemen. You're coming through again. I still can't cipher your code, but I got a message for you.
Boy.
Okay? Here it is. My family would like for you to come over and take victuals with us. What do you say? They said yes, and I think they's hungry.
Allora che facciamo noi? Né cibo né denaro. Aspetto fino io vedo quella Drysdale. Pow!
Martian! Come on over here. Don't be afraid. I'm an Earthman. I'm that giant brain y'all been looking for. Of course, this ain't all of me. There's a whole big old body laying out behind this head. Didn't you get my telepathic message to come on over for victuals?
What che dici che sto victuals?
You know, food, eats, chow.
Ciao.
Yeah, that's right. Good.
I've been calling the Drysdales, but nobody answers the telephone. I figured we ought to invite them to come along with the visitors from Mars.
I ain't hardly got enough victuals for them little goomers, let alone the grown-ups.
And it's cold at that.
Well, I didn't have time to cook nothing. They don't like it, they can lump into it.
I'm sure they'll be right pleased.
They's coming, Granny. They's coming. Hey, this all the victuals you got?
Now, it'll just be family hold back until the Martians is at their fifth.
They scared me so bad I couldn't eat if I wanted to. The little green varmints.
Well, Granny, they can't help it if they's little and green.
Ellie's right. We shouldn't let on that they's any different than us. Leastways, let's try our best. Well, howdy there, neighbor. My name is Jed Clampett. Good to see you. You're looking well. Well, this here is my family. This is Granny and Ellie Mae.
Hi.
I reckon you met Jethro.
Yeah.
Well, victuals is on. Put your feet under the table and dig in.
What's the matter? Ain't it good enough for you?
Be careful. They'll vaporize you.
I'd like to see 'em try.
Come on, sit down. Give it a taste.
Yeah, Granny's grits is awful good.
How's the weather been back to Mars? Cousin Pearl says they've been having a cold snap at home.
Did y'all have a nice trip?
Well, come on, Commencey.
Oh, gracias.
Look. I ain't got no grazie. You'll eat grits and like it.
You too, Lily. Well, now enjoy yourself. Eat your fill. If you run out, there's plenty more in that big basket, Johnny.
Granny, if you don't stop me mouthing them Martians, they's gonna turn us all into robots.
What's a robot?
That's where they take these little electronic things and plant them under your hide, and then you got to do their bidding.
What dickens you say?
And from then on, you just walk around with a stupid look on your face.
Where did they plant yours?
These Martians has got a spiteful streak in them. We better find out more about them. I'll call Mr. Drysdale down to the bank.
Southway, I've decided there's a lot of value in this George Washington image. Why, I could become known as the financial father of our country.
Chief, the flying saucer idea was bad enough, but this is going to get you a cell with rubber walls.
That's the difference between us. You make your living pounding with your fingers. I use my head.
That explains it. Jane Hathaway here. Oh, Mr. Clampett, I'm so glad it's you. You're the one person Mr. Drysdale will listen to. Well, he's been acting most peculiarly. He came in this morning with this stupid idea about Martians in a flying saucer.
Miss Hathaway!
Listen, I can't talk to you anymore now, but please, can you come right down? I'm really worried about him.
Look at these Drysdale dollars. I'll blanket the city with them.
Did you see them crazy clothes?
Yeah, his hair's growed long and turned snow white.
He's 100 years old.
They got one of them things under his hide somewhere.
My little Martians are going to toss these Drysdale dollars out of their flying saucer by the thousands. Everybody will get some.
Listen to reason.
Nothing's going to stop me. I've got it up here.
They put it in his head. You want I should snatch it out?
No, Jethro. If they got him to the point where he's throwing away his own money, it's too late.
So,
I just hope we get home in time to see Granny and Ellie.
yeah. Granny can't stand that much aging.
Hey, you all right?
Well, sure, Paul.
Where's Granny?
Well, she just went tearing out here with her shotgun. What are you doing?
She's all right, Uncle Jed.
Says she's gonna blow that there flying saucer to kingdom come.
Oh, that silly little old country woman. She can't hurt a spaceship with a shotgun. Why, they's made out of space-age metal. Not even a cannon can dent it.
Well, then she'll light into it with her bare hand. She's madder than a wet hornet.
How come?
Well, them little green fellas ate up everything there was and left without so much as a thank you. Well, I kept yelling for more grazie and ciao and something called a arrivederci.
All right, you greedy little grit grabbers. I'm gonna count to 3 to get your little green carcasses out of here. If you don't, you ain't never gonna get right. 1, 2, 3.
What'd you do to the little fellers? You didn't shoot them, did you?
No, but take a look at their flying saucer.
Lighter than a pancake.
They took off for Mars on foot.
All right, you little robbers. There's enough money there for 10 balloons. Now get out of here.
Vita la moneta! Ma questo? Questo è George Washington. Sì. Non è George Washington. Quella malatrina Drysdale!
No, Well, it's pretty near time. Let's go out front and be ready.
Well, I got a special surprise I'm working on. You call me when the mayor drives up.
Oh, Jed, I just can't believe that the great man will be right here under our own roof. I'm as nervous as a grasshopper in the hen house.
I'm a mite shaky myself. It ain't everybody can say, the mayor of Bug Tussle slept here.
Come on out where you can see the banner I made. It's dandy.
What this here?
I did. You said we ought to roll out the red carpet for the mayor.
Where'd you get it?
I ripped it out of the upstairs hallway.
Why, that?
Boy meant well.
Looky, yonder's my banner.
Welcome, Hog.
Yeah, that's his name, Mayor Hogg.
It's spelled with 2 G's.
The most honored name in the hills.
Okay, I'll change it.
Maybe it'd read better if you put mayor in front of Hog.
All right, I'll get right at it.
Oh, there ain't time. He's turning in the gate.
I sure would hate for him to see that sign.
I got another one that's a special welcome from me. If I wave it, maybe he won't notice the big one.
It needs fixing, too. It reads like you're welcoming yourself. Why, it's Mr. Drysdale. We didn't recognize you in your new car.
Pretty snazzy, eh?
Yeah. Now, get it out of the way so the mayor can drive up.
Miss Holloway, move the car.
Right, Chief.
I'm here to welcome your distinguished guest, the mayor of Bugwith.
Bug Tussle.
Yes, of course, and I'm greatly honored.
You bet you are. You're going to be shaking hands with the greatest hog in the hills.
Mr. Clampett, tell me more about this mayor. Hog?
Amos Wentworth Hogg, a born leader of men.
Greatest speechmaker you ever did hear.
Oh, he's a spellbinder. When he gets through talking, you just beg to have your taxes raised.
Never lost an election.
Won them all by a landslide.
And he's a personal friend of yours, eh?
Well, no, we couldn't claim that.
I met him at a Women for Hog rally.
I shook hands with him a couple of times after speeches, but it'd be bragging to say we was personal friends.
Hey, everybody, it's the mayor. I see him a-coming.
Ellie Mae!
Come on down, boy.
Does he have a motorcycle escort?
Wouldn't be surprised. He's an important man.
He's coming in the gate.
That's the Bug Tussle official car.
I bring you greetings from the good people of Bug Tussle, from which I came. Now, they was worried about me making this trip, but I said to them, there's nothing to be afraid of but being afraid itself. I shall return, and government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from Bug Tussle.
That man sure does things with words, don't he?
Yes, he steals them.
Mayor, Your Honor, sir, I hope you remember Jed Clampett.
Of course I do. Good to see you again, Mr. Clampett.
No, I'm Milburn Drysdale. This is Mr. Clampett.
You see, the mayor never seen much of me. I reckon it's Granny he remembers.
That's right. Good to see you, Granny.
No, I'm Jane Hathaway. That's Granny.
Nice to see you.
When a great man like him meets so many important people, you can't expect him to remember a bunch of sorghum lappers like us.
Mr. Mayor, Your Honor, sir, can I have the privilege of toting your bag upstairs?
Why, of course you can. By the way, you old enough to vote?
Pardon here.
Fine lad, and a credit to your upbringing. I once said in a speech, as the twig is bent, so is the tree inclined.
Honor, you do have a silver tongue. Now, if you lead the way, we'll all sit down to victuals at the fancy eating table.
Oh, well, let me go in first so as I can get my special surprise ready.
You'll stay to victuals.
Oh, of course. It's not every day you can sit at the table with a hog. Get it? Amos Hogg. A hog.
Mr. Drysdale, I think I'd best warn you. The mayor is a mite sensitive about his name. After 12 campaigns full of name-calling, he can hardly stand a side of bacon.
Come on, Luther.
Ellie Mae Clampett, you know I can't abide no hog in my house. Here, what are you young'uns doing with the mayor's official car?
Well, he told us we could drive it, Granny.
Yeah, said we could take it down to the gas station and fill her up.
Sure was fun.
Oh, that mayor hog, always thinking of others. With that one little act of kindness, he filled their hearts with joy.
And his tank with gas.
Great man, Granny, great man.
I sure hope I can be a mayor like him someday.
A worthy ambition, my boy. Mayor Hogg is a born leader.
Come on, Granny. Hop aboard.
You think the mayor would mind?
A man who cares about nothing but others? Why, he'd be delighted.
Oh, my. I feel just like the first lady of Bug Tussle.
Hey, you can crank the siren, Granny.
Ring the bell, Jethro.
Really, Chief? It's bad enough to let the Clampetts be deluded by that phrase-stealing phony, but to encourage Jethro to emulate him, to make him a hero.
Now, listen, I believe in telling people what they want to hear. And Jed Clampett wants to hear that Hogg is a hero.
But you must follow your own principles.
I do. My guiding light has always been that ancient Spanish proverb, vaya con dinero, go with the money. And here's another one, no haga olas, don't make waves.
All right, you young'uns wait here. We'll be back quick as we give Mrs. Drysdale the good news.
Everything's all right, Chief. It isn't the police. The bank isn't being robbed.
Oh, thank goodness. What was that siren?
Just Mayor Hogg and the Clampetts in the Bug Tussle official car.
Well, the old dumper's back for another helping of Drysdale charm before he leaves.
If I may suggest...
You may listen and learn. That's what you may do. Success is knowing how to handle people. And you are studying under the old professor. Yes, tell the senator we'll all get together on the mayor's next trip out. Yes, I'm sorry, too. Goodbye, Governor. Oh, Mayor Hogg, I was just giving the governor the bad news that you have to return to Bug Tussle without seeing him.
Well, call him right back and give him some good news. We just talked the mayor into staying on.
You did?
Now you can do all them things you talked about at the dinner table. Having a party with the movie stars and them political bigwigs.
Giving him the key to the city?
A parade down Wilshire Boulevard.
Putting him on the TV?
Now, I'm just a simple man of the people. Just a little get-together with the governor, a few mayors and senators, and some movie stars, plenty for me.
Ain't that just like a great man?
Yes. I wonder if I might speak to the great man alone.
Sure thing.
Excuse us, Miss Hathaway.
Of course, old professor.
Mayor Hogg, I'm afraid I have something to confess.
I always said an honest confession is good for the soul.
Brilliant. I must write that down.
Never mind. Let me hear it.
Well, what I said about being close to the governor and the senator, well, I'm afraid I was bragging a little just to impress Mr. Clampett.
I always said pride goeth before a fall.
Oh, such wisdom. If you don't mind, I am going to make a few notes.
Mr. Pride, what it all boils down to is that you've made some promises you can't keep.
Exactly. And I can't afford to have Jed Clampett find out.
I understand now. I have a little saying. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
It's a deal. Where's your itch?
In the pocketbook. It seems that Bug Tussle's in a little financial difficulty.
Oh?
Just this past Monday, it come to light that 5 high-placed officials was guilty of mismanaging funds.
Shocking. And who were they?
Tax assessor, the treasurer, fire chief, police chief, justice of the peace. The purpose of my coming out here was to raise money to cover those mistakes and avoid a public scandal.
Oh, that's highly commendable. But why don't you expose them?
I happen to hold all 5 offices.
And there was the year that Fred Tyler run agin him. And old Mayor Hogg came up with a dandy. Tippy Canoe and Tyler, too. Say, Jed, did anyone ever figure out what that meant?
Oh, but it sure caught on. Had a dandy ring to it.
And then there was the year...
Granny, we could go on forever about the mayor, but we've bent Miss Jane's ear long enough. Well, the things that man said would fill a book.
True, and I think he's got it.
That's what everybody says. Amos Hogg has got it.
I've tried to ask Mr. Clampett for the money, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
How much money are we talking about?
You see, to them, I've always been a hero.
How much?
A knight in shining armor.
How much?
About 100,000.
You'll be a knight in rusty armor before you get 100,000 out of me.
You could call it a campaign contribution.
Forget it.
I'm a shoe-in winner with my new idea. I'm declaring war on poverty.
Goodbye, Your Honor.
Suppose I give you a note signed by the mayor and 5 top of I just can't ask Mr. Clampett for the money. Now, what am I going to do?
You made your bed. Lie in it.
Say, that's a good one. Will you write that down for me?
Well, you two get your talking done?
You bet.
Well, not quite. We'll talk some more at that big party Mr. Drysdale's going to give with the governor and senators and all.
That ain't gonna be too much trouble, Mr. Drysdale?
Well,
of course not. I say he made the bed. He ought to want to lie in it.
Hear that? The mayor just come up with another dandy. I just can't tell you what a thrill it was sitting up there beside you on your official car.
Granny says it makes her feel like the first lady of Bug Tussle.
You'll embarrass your granny and the mayor, too.
You dumb old girl. Mr. Mayor, how about you and me going inside and having some cold hog joust?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
To err is human. To forgive, divine.
Did you hear that, Jed?
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
You're a great man, Your Honor.
Please, call me Amos.
Oh, Your Honor. I mean Amos. Come on inside and I'll light the fire in the parlor.
I'll come in just as soon as I have a talk with Mr. Clampett.
You want to talk with me, Mr. Mayor, Your Honor, sir?
No, please, let's just make it Amos and Judd.
Jed.
Yeah. Sit down. I reckon you're wondering why I came out here. Why? I said to myself, go west, Amos Hogg, go west.
Granny and me kind of figured that you had your eyes on the big job back in Washington.
Me? No, I do not choose to run for president. If nominated, I will not accept. If elected, I will not serve.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that you're going to stick with Bug Tussle, but why'd you come out to California?
Jed, I'm going to have to ask you for something, and it comes hard.
Shucks, I'm honored to think that you'd come to me. What is it?
As you know, I've devoted my whole life to serving the people of my community, not just as mayor, but as tax assessor, treasurer, police chief, fire chief, and justice of the peace.
Bug Tussle owes you a lot.
Yeah. I owe a lot to Bug Tussle.
It seems to me that the scales is tipped in your favor. Why, you never even took time out to have yourself a wife and family?
I'm a lonely old man coming into the twilight years of a life lived with malice toward none and charity for all.
Well, just tell me what I can do.
Kid, I've carried the burden alone as long as I can. Now, I need a helping hand. I need...
Hey, y'all come on in. Granny says she ain't gonna serve victuals till the mayor sits in front of the fireplace and has a glass of her elderberry wine.
Well, you tell Granny we'll be in directly. The mayor just on the edge of asking me something.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
Perhaps a drop of Granny's elderberry wine will give me the courage I need. These are times to try men's souls.
Hot dog! Let's see.
On your cul-de-sac for a measure.
I have City Hall on. Hello, Mayor. This is Milburn Drysdale, president of the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills. Yes, look, we have a visiting dignitary in town, and he's mayor of one of our Midwestern cities. Now, I was wondering if you could present him with the keys to the... No, not Chicago. Well, if you could present him with the keys to the city... No, not Kansas City. No, not St. Louis. Well, it's called Bug Tussle. Yes, and it's a nice... Hello. Where does he get off?
Chief, the mayor of Los Angeles is a busy man.
That was a mayor of Poison Well, Nevada. I've run out of California cities.
We're not having much luck with the governor either.
Have you reminded his office of my campaign contribution?
Yes, they thought the 25 cents was for a bumper sticker.
See, maybe they haven't heard the election results back in Bug Tussle. See if you can get me the loser. Send him a quarter, too.
Can Ellie and me go for a ride on the fire engine now?
Yeah. I want Ellie to finish clearing the table.
Jethro, you keep the mayor company. And listen to him while he's talking. You might learn something.
The greatest. Them things that he said about his war on poverty. He was going to make sure that every man got more than $50 a year.
And he just made up a brand new slogan. 54-40 of fire.
I wish this would have happened when I was a young widder. I might have had a chance of being the first lady of Bug Tussle.
Annie, this may be telling tales out of school, but wasn't politics that brought the mayor out here?
What you mean?
He just tried to ask me something, and he couldn't find the words.
Amos Hogg?
Tongue-tied as a lovesick schoolboy.
Lovesick? Jed, you don't mean...
I sure do.
You're greening me.
He done everything but come right out and ask for your hand.
Oh!
Are you all right?
It's the dream of every woman in the hills to be the first lady of Bug Tussle.
We could buy 2 or 3 fire trucks if Granny was first lady. Hook and ladder, pumper, big red convertible for the fire chief. That'd be me. Mayor Hogg? Hey, Mayor Hogg. I say we could have a real fire department with Granny's money.
Money? Granny has money?
Well, yeah. Not as much as Uncle Jed, but it comes to better than $15 million.
Dollars?
Well, heck yeah. And it'd all be yours if you marry her.
Marry her? How much you say?
$15 million.
15 million? Why, with that kind of money, I could build a whole new town. Hog City!
Well, I'm the fire chief.
Oh, Mayor, about that talk we was having, maybe if you spoke to Granny...
I was on my way to the kitchen for that very purpose.
Oh, Amos.
Let's go, Jethro.
But, Uncle Jed, I want to listen and see if I won't be fire chief. But, Uncle Jed...
Sit down, Granny. It's a long, long time from May to December. And the days grow short when you reach September. The autumn weather turns the leaves to flame. And I haven't got time for the waiting game.
You ain't got time.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale.
Jethro?
How's the mayor's big party coming?
Instead of a party, I'm giving him this.
That looks like a check.
Yes. Where is it?
Oh, he's in the parlor proposing to Granny.
What?
Well, yeah, then we's all going to Bug Tussle, and I'm gonna be fire chief.
Who was at the door, Jethro?
Oh, that was Mr. Drysdale. He went in the parlor to talk to the mayor.
Jethro, you shouldn't have let...
Amos!
Goodbye, goodbye. Pardon is such sweet sorrow that I would say goodbye till it be morrow.
Granny, he's getting away.
Bug Tussle needs him more than I do, Jed. Besides, did you hear what he said as he was going out the door?
Pardon being such sweet sorrow?
Yeah, poor fella. The silver-tongued orator finally run dry.
Let's find out.
Hey, Uncle Jed, it's that time of year. Maybe she wants to give us a tonic.
Maybe, maybe not.
Hey, I'll bet that's it. She wants to dose us.
So, who's afraid of a little sulfur and molasses?
Me?
Everybody in the parlor.
He's here, Granny.
I suppose you're all wondering why I asked you here today.
I ain't.
Hush up. As you know, I've been a doctor in the service of mankind for nigh on to 70 years now.
That's right, Granny.
I'll say.
70 years of healing and giving of myself, bringing babies into the world, setting bones, mixing medicine, curing colds, making poultices, healing warts, rheumatiz, summer complaints, chilblains, hives.
Folks is mighty grateful to you, Granny.
Jed, Jethro, Nellie Mae, I'm giving up my practice of medicine. I'm taking in my shingle.
Hot dog! No more sulfur and molasses.
Granny, how come you want to quit doctoring?
Can't tell you, Jed. I just know I gotta do it.
Well, who's going to take care of us?
I thought of that. Sit down. I may have to go back home, but I just can't leave you in this miserable city of Beverly Hills without one single trained doctor.
Granny, there's more doctors here than you can shake a stick at.
So I've decided to train one of you to carry on the traditions of the hypocrite's oath.
Well, don't keep looking at me, Granny. I decided I don't want to be a brain surgeon. I want to be a soda jerk.
And I want to be a veterinarian. Take care of critters.
The choice is yours to make.
Thank you, Granny.
Yeah, thanks, Gran.
And the choice is to learn doctrine or get took to the woodshed.
But, Granny...
Never mind what, Granny.
Hi, Dame.
Hello, Mr. Clampett.
How do you do, Mr. Clampett?
Howdy, Miss Jean.
What can I do for you?
Well, it's about Granny and her doctrine.
Shh, not so loud.
Is Granny practicing again?
Well, no, that's what I want to talk to you about. She's giving it up.
Oh, that's a shame. We're going to miss her stump water and slippery almoos and all those other wonderful medicines.
Yes, but after all those years of service, she does deserve a rest.
Well, that ain't what she's going home for.
Going home? You mean back to the hills?
Yeah, she's wanting to take her share of the money.
Money? She can't think of all those millions of people out here that need her.
Well, they ain't exactly been breaking down the door. Anyway, she wants to go home and go into research.
Research?
Yeah, she wants to devote the rest of her life to finding a cure for freckles.
Cure for what?
Freckles. Oh, I reckon that ain't the real reason, but that's all I could get her to say.
Well, surely something can be done to keep her here.
I don't know what. Her mind is set. Quick as one of the young'uns learns enough doctoring to take over, she's gone. So I just come over to give you a little head start to getting her share of the money together. Jethro, sorry for it, it'd come to about 16 million. No! Oh, one good thing. I did talk her out of taking it all home in silver.
Wonderful.
She'll settle for gold dust.
Granny goes. Mr. Clampett will soon follow. Research? Freckle cure? Why could she be going?
If I may offer an unemotional analysis based on my first-hand objective observations...
Just spit it out.
Well, I think this has been brought on by her having no one to doctor. She misses feeling useful and needed.
Yes, that's probably it. Well, why didn't you do something?
Chief, I could hardly be expected to solicit patients for an unlicensed granny doctor.
Wait a minute. We still have a chance. She would never run out on a sick friend.
Chief, I could never deceive Granny with a fake illness.
Who's talking about a fake? I'm only asking you to take a mild poison or break a bone or something. Look, I could drop this on your foot. Isn't your company loyalty good for one little fracture? File these, please, Miss Hathaway. Oh, it's warm in here. Better turn up the air conditioning.
Oh, please, no more.
Why not? Well, don't tell me you're cold.
I'm freezing. I'm going to get pneumonia.
Oh, good girl. And when you do, I know just the doctor for you to get you right in. No waiting.
Dr. Clyburn.
What are you running here, a frozen food locker?
Oh, boy.
Why have you got it so cold, Milburn?
Cold? Well, what makes you think it's cold?
Well, for one thing, that. Now turn it off.
Oh, all right.
This girl's probably suffering from exposure.
Get your feet-grabbing hands off her. She already has a doctor.
All right, then what did he get me over here for?
Come into my office.
Are you kidding? You want me to go up and ask Granny for advice on how to practice medicine? Even among witch doctors, she's a quack.
I'm not asking you to follow the advice. Just listen to her. Make her feel important and needed.
You've spent too much time in that cold office. You've got frostbite of the brain.
Roy, she'll go back to the hills.
I would love nothing better. I've had too many run-ins with that unlicensed, untrained queen of the voodoos. Goodbye, Milburn.
Roy, I'm begging you.
Forget it.
All right. But I can't forget the sick and suffering you're depriving of a bed in the Clyburn Charity Clinic.
Who, Charity Clinic?
If you help me, I can arrange for Jed Clampett to donate the entire $8 million you need, and he won't care what you name the clinic.
That means it would be completed 1 year sooner. No, not with Granny. No. Oh, I'll do it.
Thank you, Roy.
But I'm only doing it so the sick and needy will get help that much sooner. Don't think it's so I can call it the Clyburn Charity Clinic. Of course, it does have a nice ring to it.
Jed, please come back and help me. I've got a lot to learn, them young'uns, Jed.
Granny, once and for all, I want you to tell the truth why you're quitting doctoring and going back to the hill.
Well, I got a lot of research to do, and they got everything I need back there.
You don't give two shucks about curing freckles.
No, but there's something I gotta work on.
What?
Don't make me tell you.
Granny?
All right. I gotta discover a cure for a brand new ailment.
How come?
'Cause I think I got it.
You do?
It ain't in none of the books, so I get to name it. I'm calling it Granny's Complaint.
How long you had it?
Well, I first noticed it about 20 years ago. And I've been going downhill ever since.
You should have said something. What's the symptom?
Well, to start off with, my hearing ain't what it used to be. And my eyes is getting weaker. My rheumatism is worse, and I can't run as fast as I used to. I get chilled easier, and my joints are stiff in the morning.
Granny, all them things is happening to me, too.
It's catching.
Of course it's catching. It's old age.
Not old age. It's Granny's Complaint. I discovered it, I get to name it.
Call it what you want to. It's nothing more than getting on in years.
Jed, you've always had a good head on you, but leave the diagnosing to us medical people.
Funny, the last time I felt like this was just before they landed us at Guadalcanal. How do you do, Mr. Clampett?
Dr. Clyburn, this is a surprise.
I suppose it is. I came to see Granny.
Oh, well, I don't know. She ain't in one of her very best moods, and at best, you two get along about as good as two dogs with only one bone.
I didn't come to fight with her, Mr. Clampett. I came to ask her advice.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid that... Ask her what?
Well, I need some medical advice.
Oh, well, that's different. I'll tell her. You better wait out here until I talk to her. Sometimes Granny starts shooting before she finds out what flag you're flying.
I thought I heard you talking out there.
You did. And you will never guess who's waiting outside to see you.
Who?
Dr. Clyburn.
Clyburn! Oh, he's after me. That gourd-headed city sawbones. Keep him out on the porch. I'll go upstairs and drop my chest of drawers on him.
Oh, Granny, he's here to ask your advice.
In a pig's eye, it's a trick.
No, he's standing out there humble as a skinny mule.
All right. But one wrong move out of him and he's gonna have a nose full of knuckles.
Come in, Dr. Clyburn. Here's Granny.
Hello, Granny.
Howdy. Now, state your business. I'm in a hurry.
Granny, I realized this morning that I have been too hasty in not taking advantage of having close at hand one with such great experience and knowledge.
Go on.
So I've come over hoping to spend some time with you and get some general medical advice.
The dickens, you say. Did you hear that yet?
I got to admire you, Doctor.
What for? He should have been here 4 years ago. Now I ain't got time to mess with him.
You don't?
No. I gotta go back to the hills.
Oh, please don't go, Granny. This means an awful lot to me.
Well, you are some kind of a doctor, and my oath says that I gotta help you out if I can. So I guess I can spare you a little time.
Thank you, Granny.
Dr. Granny?
Dr. Granny.
Just what is it you want to know?
I'm not quite sure yet.
All right, I'll see what you're lacking. How do you treat spotted gimple?
Spotted Gimple?
Well, what do you do with purple drowsies? How about critic, bloat, angry gizzard, drench, the goose eye?
Perhaps I know them by their scientific names.
Them is the scientific name.
You better sort of start from scratch.
Maybe I'd better.
I ain't got time for private tutoring. You'll have to go in the class with Jethro and Ellie Mae. Go on upstairs, third door to the right, and sit in the back of the class.
Where you going, Miss Hathaway?
Chief, it's 110 in here. If you won't let me turn the heat down, I'm leaving.
Not until your coffee break.
I'm suffering from heat exhaustion.
Oh, that's awful. Now, come on, I'll take you right up to Dr. Granny.
Give up. You can't get me sick enough to go to her for treatment.
Why not? Nothing possibly can happen to you. Dr. Clyburn is up there.
It's for charity. $8 million. Charity. $8 million.
Now we're going to take up anatomy. Pay attention. Out here is your gizzard.
Granny, you know it's against the law to set up your still in Beverly Hills?
It's against the law to make corn squeezers. This is my granny's complaint cure.
Granny, I told you everybody's going to have Granny's complaint along about age 65.
That's why I ain't taking the time to go home to find a cure. Case is an epidemic.
While you're at it, I found 2 more symptoms.
You have?
Yeah, gray hair and wrinkles.
It ain't old age, I told you that. And the whole world's gonna thank me when I find a cure.
Well, leastways, I'm glad you give up trying to train the young'uns to take over for you.
Well, it would have took too long to learn Ellie and Jethro.
That's right.
That's why I picked Dr. Clyburn.
What'd he have to say on it?
Well, I was just about to go tell him. He's in the kitchen, learning to make my skunk root dyspepsy potion. Dr. Clyburn, Roy?
Oh, hello, Granny. Dr. Granny.
I got some good news for you.
Good news?
I've been watching you, and I decided that you're the one to take over my practice.
Your practice?
This here is my patient file. Take good care of them.
Oh, but
Don't thank me. Just take it.
You have this many patients?
Well, to tell the truth, I ain't caught on too well out here. Jed, Jethro, Ellie Mae. That's about it.
Granny, why are you doing this?
I suppose I'll have to tell you. Sit down. Now keep this a secret. I ain't as well as I look.
What's wrong with you?
It don't matter. What matters is I got to find a cure for it.
Well, if you tell me about it, I'm sure I can help you.
Roy, you've got talent. But for a young fella, you're awful cocky. Over that fire out yonder, I got cooking every root, berry, powder, potion, known to medical science. How are you going to beat that?
Well, for one thing, have you tried penicillin?
Penicillin? What's that?
It's a drug. We get it from bread mold.
Roy, you've got to forget them home remedies.
It is not a home remedy. Haven't you heard of streptomycin, aureomycin, cortisone?
Roy, you come to me for advice, and I'm giving it to you. Forget them quack medicines. Stick with modern science. Your stump waters, your slippery elm ooze, cocoon root, and them wonder drugs like sassafras and wahoo bark.
All right, Granny. You know best.
Oh, the dyspepsy medicine. You done ruined the potion.
I mix everything in there you told me. I put the lid on the kettle.
On the kettle, it should be in it. This pewter takes the bite out of the mixture. Too late. It's done turned.
This will never work. Everyone will know you're faking.
What else am I going to do? You let me down. I can't depend on Clyburn to keep her here.
I categorically deny
Now,
that I
don't start that again. Just drive back and try to round up some sick people for Granny. If you have to, hit a couple of pedestrians.
I'll get it, Ellie.
Well, let me get it.
Mr. Drysdale.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not sure. Is Dr. Granny here?
Well, I think she's out back. I'll run and fetch her.
We know a heap of doctoring after this morning. Let's surprise Granny and give him a little of that there first aid.
Annie, where's Dr. Clyburn? I just come from the kitchen. He ain't there.
I told him to pack his little black bag and move along. I ain't got no more time to mess with him.
I thought he was the one going to take over your practice.
I couldn't trust my family to a superstitious quack like him. Why, his favorite medicine is moldy bread.
Still be living in the dark ages. Whatever it is you're cooking here, it sure is putting out the fumes.
It's my first try at a cure, Jed. Dripping through over yonder. 30 or 40 more batches, and I may have found what's going to rid the world of Granny's complaint.
Well, even if you don't, you have hit upon a surefire way of taking the leaves off trees.
What are you going to do with me? Where's Dr. Granny?
Take it easy, Mr. Drysdale. You're going to be just fine. All right now, nurse.
Well, ain't you a nurse?
Look, I'll be the doctor today. And tomorrow you can have a turn. All right, now I prescribe a great big dopper of sulfur and molasses. I'll get that. You go on down and heat up some of that crow soup. Now, you stay right there, Mr. Drysdale. We'll be right back. Oh, howdy, Dr. Clyburn. Go on in and see how we fix Mr. Drysdale.
You mean Milburn Drysdale is in there?
Oh, yes, sir. And if you don't mind, we took the case.
Milburn, do you know what you got me into?
Don't tell me your troubles. Look what I've gotten myself into.
And it's all for nothing. Granny is not going back to the hills.
She's not?
No, so that'll be $8 million.
Later. Help me get out of this before Granny sees me.
All right, now what about my $8 million?
Come on, we'll take your car.
Remember, Jethro, tomorrow you're the nurse.
Well, why don't we trade off every other week? I'm getting to like this doctor and stuff.
Dad, I done it. Come quick. Dad, I found the cure, Jed.
What's the matter, Granny?
Jed, I found the cure, and on the first batch, I've cured Granny's complaint
Granny, there ain't no cure for Granny's complaint.
There is now. It took care of all of my symptoms. I'm even seeing twice as good as I ever did before.
Twice as far?
Twice as many. There's two of everything. I'm even hearing bells I never did hear ring before.
There ain't no bells ringing.
That's because you ain't had none of my cure. The pains have all gone out of my joints. Instead of chills, I got a nice, warm feeling all over. My rheumatism has plumb disappeared. I feel like a young'un again. Yahoo!